Don't touch me, or I'll kill you! Go to hell, you Tatar beast!
Jokis kalat, ne feszélyte tafka! Most meglátod!
Yeah!
Kiveles lettem ma!
Yeah. Left. Elmo gets to the left, along the stream. Flee!
Yeah.
To Townburst! Warn the others! They've torched Skalitz!
Tudod, hogy fog végződni? Megdög lesz!
Flee!
Na gyere,
To Townburst!
Gary!
Yeah! Flee!
Anyone? There!
Megöllek, te bűnös! Kivelezlek, te fasz!
Run for it!
te nyomoron!
Yeah!
Kapsz egyet?
Yeah!
Kibaszok veled!
Oh my god! Wait! Jesus Christ!
Help! Skalitz has been attacked! Do something! Help!
Quickly! We're closing the gate!
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the
A
ground?
huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Yeah. Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours.
I don't know.
Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out. Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage? Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground. But a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Kuttenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear. I heard about your father. They say he was a swordsman who moved to the countryside to make horses. I told you to come with me. I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had it.
Look out.
Sir Divish has suffered his own share of woes, but he's a generous man and a good one. We'll take care of you until everything blows over.
You're that
You
lucky.
risked your life to warn us. and we
What in
won't forget.
heaven's name happened
Food.
Ah, milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bojena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes. Thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Oh, damn, I'm tired. I could do with a bite to eat.
field. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands. A fellow by the name of Kunish owed money to Father, who sent me to collect it from him. Only Kunish had no intention of paying. It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved. But Kunish still wouldn't cough up the coin. Father was too generous for his own good, letting even a scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Oh.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig. Father and I always chat in the forge. On that particular day, I asked him if he'd teach me swordsmanship. He said no. He said it's better for a man to keep his head on his shoulders than lose it over some pointless heroism. If only you'd known what fate had in store for us.
Oh.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. A horde of soldiers was amassed. Pennants flapped in the wind, the armor glinted in the sunlight, and the horses whinnied impatiently. They were waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack.
How awful.
And then death descended on Skalitz. Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers. And then I saw him knocking down one Cuman after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armor, saw Father and charged at him. He cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbors to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years? And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Tell them everything.
You're right there.
Listen up. If it's Sigismund and his army, prepare for the worst. But don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my commands, and all will end well.
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Divish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
I'll be with you.
Halt! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robber?
Sir Radzig. What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
Well, what will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense, and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a short way right there now!
What is it you need?
I could use it.
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry. I'll tell the men to relieve you later. Farewell.
God be with you.
What do you think about that?
I was surprised. I'm glad them people were saved, though. I'm just as glad it weren't Sigismund. For sure he'll come here.
Maybe he'll leave Talmberg be.
Two birds with one stone.
Reckon we'll see soon enough, one way or...
By the way, I was sorry to hear about your parents.
Farewell.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
Good day to you.
Good luck to you.
see how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. We may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Skalitz and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Radzik Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzik of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzik is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Radzik Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
God be with you.
So, Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
to Robar, my parents died there. I can't leave them to be eaten by dogs. What would you do in my place?
Sorry, lad, but I won't take orders.
Good luck to you.
Look out.
My respects. God be with you.
Where did you hear such a thing? I hear our scouts on the
I swear to God, that's exactly what I heard from the...
God be with you.
We escaped certain death by the skin of our teeth.
Aye, we surely did.
Is there someone here who trades in...
Votova is your man. He's the local dealer, a skinny fellow. I saw him by the granary. He'll buy anything that has any value, and he'd sell you his own granny. If he... Good luck to you.
we trade?
If you've got the coin. Farewell.
And we have 2 popes. That's an evil omen.
To worry about.
Why did Sigismund burn?
That's war for
What happened in...
Gutenberg. But the good Lord gave me ears, and I've heard some things from Sir Divish and from those who fled from Sigismund's pillaging.
Were there many?
Indeed. But it was the
I see.
Listen, lad.
So then why did Sigismund attack Gutenberg?
Why?
Because the lords there could...
That's part of it.
So Gutenberg's...
Now you...
Where did these...
I don't know much about them, only what the Chamberlain said. That they came to Hungary from the east, and believe me, it's always about...
Someone there. Good day to you.
What do you think about the... He was lucky.
But that's... Good luck to you.
God be with you.
I need to get out of here.
And I need a feather bed with a comely wench in it.
My mother and father...
I'm sorry, my friend, but I can't. You'll have to persuade Sir Robard, or think something up so I don't end up in the shit for it. Otherwise, forget it.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
May the Lord watch over you. No. Look out.
Then with the strange code under the 2 popes.
What?
Sodom and Gomorrah. Aye, not a thing.
Right, so I'll try it.
Stop
and if he
working
doesn't
yourself.
like it, I'll lock
Good
it
health to you.
What do you think about...
It was that's Sigurd.
Everything will be farewell. Long time ago.
You know what I heard from them?
These are dope.
Can we trade?
If you've got the...
Care now.
Let's talk about the price.
Why not?
That's a sum I can live with. I need to get out of...
You here again?
I need to get out of here.
You here again, boy? Didn't I tell you how much trouble I'd be in if I... God be with you. Look out! Ah!
Fuck, that fool from Scarlet's has gone and jumped in the boat! Raise the alarm! They're trying to escape! You men down there!
Got you. Jesus.
Let me go, for Christ's sake!
You're going no. Except back in...
If I don't bury them now, they'll be ripped to pieces by jackdaws and scattered over...
All right, shove me. I'll pretend you caught me off guard and I fell over. I'll deal with the others. You just get out of here, on the double. Kurva! Ah! Cramp! Damn it! Come here, lad!
What the... Got you. Jesus. You gave me...
Let me go!
You're going no... Except that...
Let me go. I'll give you silver.
How much? Not likely. Except back in...
But I have to... All right, take me.
That's a good lad.
Greetings.
If I needed some food,
Who do you think, young man? Me, of course. And if... Take care.
Fuck, that fool from Stalin has gone and jumped in the moat. Raise the alarm. He's trying to escape.
Gotcha! Let me go, except
If I don't bury them now, they'll be ripped to pieces by jackdaws and...
all right. I'll deal with.
Bring it on!
Fuck, that fool from Skalitz has gone and jumped in the moat. Raise the alarm. He's trying to escape. You men down there. There's a prisoner escaping. Catch him. There, below the battlement.
Ah!
He's over there somewhere.
was that? Hey! Jesus!
It's over there somewhere.
God be with you. God be with you.
My respects to you.
How are the Talmberg folk?
Ah, things here.
Hello.
Gotcha!
Let me.
Except
If I don't bury them now, they'll be ripped to pieces by jackdaws and scattered over unhallowed ground. And I'm.
all right, shovel. I'll deal with the other. Curva! Fuck! My ankle!
Jesus Christ be...
I'd like you to show me some hunting tricks.
Certainly.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right, but it'll cost you.
Maybe another time.
May the Lord watch over you.
God be with you. Farewell.
Sweet Jesus. It's the charcoal burner. Hey! Why would anyone do this? What did these poor souls ever do to them?
Hey, who's here? What have we got here? You pull it? You're dead.
now. Answer to my prayers, just when I wanted to vent my rage on you. Super dele. Fuck it.
He didn't run like me. He died with a sword in his hand. By his side in the end, you were a hero. You didn't run away. You didn't abandon me like me. Why did you do it to me, Father? Why? Why did you leave me? Forgive me. Forgive me for everything. Next time I won't run. I'll never run away again. I'll find the one who did this to you. I remember his face. I'll find him. But first, I have to find the shovel and take care of you. I remember you told me you wanted to lie beside Mother. Here. Under the linden tree. At least I can do that much for you.
away, you mutt! Get away, you beast!
What's going on? Mishak, what in God's name are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? Digging turnips? The beast just went for me.
Isn't that Mutt the butcher's? Mutt? Isn't that body the butcher's?
Yeah, that's him. What's that got to do with anything?
I'd say the poor creature is standing guard over his master. You weren't trying to get to him, were you?
What do you care what I'm doing here?
I came to bury my parents.
So bury them and leave me be.
Do you know what happened to Teresa from the mill?
No.
How did you manage to get away?
How do you think? I ran.
Could you lend me that spade? I have to dig a grave, and I can't find another.
What's it worth to you? I see you have a fine sword. I'll gladly trade.
My father forged it for Sir Radzig. It's my duty to deliver it to him. It's not for sale.
Go right ahead and dig that grave with your sword. See how that... And where will you dig it anyway? Here? You're not going to lay your parents in unhallowed ground, are you?
Father said he wanted to be buried here, and I can't take him to St. James's. God willing, later I can find a... I've interrupted you robbing the dead. Is that why you're so ill-tempered?
And what of it? The butcher has no more need of corn. And now that I think of it, your sword would do me quite nicely as well. Will you...
The only way you'll touch this sword is when I shove it in your guts.
So that's the way of it?
Easy there, boy. You know me. A good master won't be using this hand.
So... let's get to it.
I believe there's a word for such moments. The old man was...
Nicsak, mi bújt itt elő? Pina, hogy vége! Itt fogsz nekem, figyelek!
Do you need some help?
There's work to be done. Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Henry, can you hear me?
Get up, Henry. Wake up. It's a new day.
Henry, can you hear me? Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Teresa?
You still have a fever. Uncle won't be pleased, but you'll have to stay in bed.
Where am I? In Skalitz?
We're at my uncle's mill in Rattay. I didn't know where else to go.
What happened?
You don't remember? Why in heaven's name did you go back there? It was madness. They slaughtered everyone who didn't run.
My parents, I wanted to bury them.
Don't worry. I took care of it.
Thank you.
Any good Christian would have done the same. Now sleep. You're awake.
Good morning.
It's near midnight. You've...
Oh.
The beating you took was worse. But at least the fever's broken.
How did you manage to save me?
You were lucky. I was in Skalitz and I saw Zbyszek and his thugs. I tried to distract them, but it would have been no use if those soldiers from Tamburg hadn't arrived.
What in the world?
Waiting to die.
What?
They killed my brothers.
They're all dead?
All of them. After that.
Don't say that.
No, there isn't.
Searching for me?
Yes. Lord Divish sent them, led by Captain Robard. So tell me, why is it...
So Divish promised Sir Radzik he'd look after me. But as for why they should care... Oh, I'm exhausted.
I'm not... Good morning to you.
Ugh, haven't felt as good as this since they...
Got your sense of humor back. I had a job persuading him to let me bring you here. If you'd lain around much longer, he really would have dumped you on the town square. You can stay until you find somewhere else to live, but my uncle will want payment for taking you in and caring for you.
And this is your uncle's house?
We're in Rattay Mill. My uncle's mill at Peshek. He took me in, and I told...
I've been lying here.
Uncle will be pleased he's one mouth less to feed. But are you truly well enough?
Well enough to do what has...
He's in Lower Cat.
And I didn't bring him his sword as I was supposed to. I must see him.
If you insist. But you need to speak to... You've been in your sickbed for over a fortnight while he paid the apothecary to tend to you. And for medicine. That's a good deal of a coin you owe him.
I've been lying here 2 weeks.
Better a fortnight in bed than a...
I owe you both my life.
All right. But before you go to town, you should eat something.
My name's Henry.
My name's... And talking of you being it while you were lying here, that quack doesn't come cheap. I paid him what I could, but I still, that is, you.
I see. Well, it's better.
You won't pay for that shoveling manure. I might have a better job for you. And it's not something... If you prove to me you're a clever lad, I might trust you with something you could really make money from. What do you...
Well, what would you need from me?
A trifle. Just to take something from someone and bring it to someone else. And not get...
That sounds straightforward enough. Except for not get caught. Why would anyone want to catch...
Oh, don't worry. It's just a job like any other. Only this one requires, let's say the...
No honourable man should touch them. That's the executioner's...
Did you expect I'd give you a...
I was prepared for just about anything, but that...
Listen, it's about this ring my mate Wojciech, the Kohelnitz miller, had his eye on. Trouble is, they buried the ring by the gibbet, along with the villain they hung while he was...
Jesus Christ. You want me to dig up a cord?
Money first. Still a human...
I think I've already heard more than I need.
If there's any...
Thanks.
Oh, and, good luck to you.
God be...
What kind of governor is Sir Han?
Sir Hannah,
What's life like in...
we got sturdy walls and 2 castles.
How do the rat...
Well, they have it tough, no doubt. Good luck then.
Oh, God damn it, my stomach hurts.